Welcome to the ninth lecture of this course. This section covers the use cases for Cisco Firepower appliances. So let's start. First and the most important use case for the firewalls is securing the internet edge. All customers require high availability, support for routing protocols, and remote access virtual private networks on their internet edge firewalls. In addition to that, network address translation is also required. Application control, along with URL filtering, forms an integral part of any Internet Edge firewall. The SSL decryption is also required to inspect the HTTPS traffic passing through the firewall. The solution for this use case is the Cisco Firepower Next Generation Firewall, which encompasses all of the requirements of an Internet Edge firewall. The diagram shows a high-level architecture and placement of firewall in such a scenario. The Cisco Firepower appliances also provide support for the SSL VPN. The Cisco AnyConnect Remote Access VPN client is the best of breed VPN client used by millions of remote users to securely access their company assets. The Firepower 2100 series appliances can act as VPN concentrators for remote access VPN. The deployment and configuration is simplified by the use of an intuitive wizard. This is one of the use case or example where the Firepower 4100 and Firepower 9300 running the ASA images can be positioned. Here, the ASA is deployed at the data center edge in high availability mode with two Firepower 4100 devices, so that it will act as an edge firewall in the single or multi-context mode to provide better security functionality. The network address translation, the port address translations, and the access control list, as well as the routing, OSPF, BGP functionalities. If this is in the data center, if this is the data center housed with the critical application and database for the organization, and if it needs the additional secure channel to access these servers from the branch offices, or in case of multi-tenant DC architecture, if the different customer wants to access the application securely, then this ASA can be configured as a VPN gateway in single or multi-context mode. The picture depicts one pair of the Firepower 4100 in high availability mode for one link. You can have multiple such Firepower 4100 in high availability for different edge links. And in the data center aggregation layer, the Firepower 9300 can be deployed with ASA in the clustering mode to support high availability as well as scalability to protect the north, south, and east west traffic in the multi tenant architecture. The ASA can be configured in multi context mode with clustering to provide the different firewall for different tenants. This is one more use case where the ASA is configured in clustering mode using the Firepower 9300 or Firepower 4100, which is spanned across these two data centers to protect the north-south as well as the east-west traffic, and at the same time provides the policy consistency and stateful connection for the virtual machines, which is moving or migrating between the data center. So wherever the VM is, in these data centers. It will have the same firewall policies and maintain the stateful connections. With Lisp, the ASA in clustering mode provides intelligent dynamic flow update with Lisp integration. If the virtual machines move to a different site, and if it sends the Lisp update to the edge router, the ASA firewall in between sniffs the LISP update and migrate the whole flows to the new site for connection localization for the virtual machines. Please note, if we expose the ASA cluster as the default gateway for the virtual machines in the access layer, we can't do migration of the flow, but it still supports the stateful forwarding of the flow. The only issue here is that there will be some hairpinning of traffic for the existing connection, but the new connections flow properly through the local site itself. In this way, the ASA provides the redundant gateway services for the virtual machines in the data center network. So with ASA application in Firepower 4100 and Firepower 9300 supports several data center features which include single or multi-context mode, different interface configurations like port channel, VLAN pair, firewall on a stick, different firewall modes which is routed or transparent or mixed in case of multi-context. The LACP support both in port channel interface level as well as the ASA clusters which enable these platforms for the net native integration in the data center environment using VPC. So ASA is the only firewall on the market which supports scalability and high availability across multiple data centers. Site-to-site VPN is also available. Authentication is available using either pre-shared key or PKI. This capability allows the Firepower 2100 series firewalls to serve as the internet gateway for both the main office and the branch offices. As with the remote access VPN deployment and configuration of site-to-site virtual private network is simplified by the use of an intuitive wizard. So this ends the lecture on the use cases of Cisco Firepower.